Hello. There's a giveaway on the screen but I don't want anybody to see it. So.
Oh, don't look.
Help,
Everyone close their
I'm
eyes.
fixing it.
There we go. Oh,
I
didn't
hate those
see
things.
those things. Yeah.
You didn't see anything. You saw nothing.
We
Didn't see
didn't.
anything.
We didn't.
Okay.
Whoops.
We saw some statues.
No, nothing. We see nothing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reaper Errant. We're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And welcome to the Reaper Miniatures Twitch channel. We're going to have fun playing some D&D tonight with our wonderful artists, sculptors, and painters alike. And in fact, I'm going to let them all introduce themselves and who they are going to be playing in this game. We'll start in the upper left with Bobby. I think you're muted, Bobby.
Bobby's
if you're
on
talking.
mute. Yeah.
Mute button.
Rookie.
I know, it's like my fantasy was to mute Proctor and I muted myself.
Instant karma.
I know. Bada boom. There you go.
Alas. I play Pugh. I'm a bard and a gnome. Next.
Oh, come on.
Do
the whole thing. You have to do the whole thing. Golly.
Contractually obligated.
Yeah, back up and do the whole thing, little Bobby. We're looking forward to it. 1, 2, 3, go.
I shall not be bullied. Next.
Good for you, Bobby. Good for you. All right. Those are the facts. You guys got them. Good enough. Gene.
Hi, I'm Gene Van Horn. I'll be playing Gooseneck the Lizard Folk Barbarian, and I'm ready to whackety whack with my axe.
All right. And Jason.
I'm Jason Weeby. I'm playing Corncob Thunderbludgeon, a pretty decent cleric. And I'll just say, hey, tomorrow's free RPG day, so get a hold of Bobby Jackson at bobby@hotmail.com, and he'll send you a free RPG.
I wonder if bobby@hotmail.com is... You never know. If you ask, you might
You don't know where that's going to go.
I don't know Bobby@hotmail.com. It's a good idea, Gene. I'm going to pick
You can find it on Alta Vista search engine.
GeoCities. Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm playing Abran, and this has less impact since the first guy didn't follow up. I'm playing Abran, the more... What do I even say?
Abdominal.
More mighty
More
and totally
abdominal.
abdominal.
More mighty and totally mighty and more abdominal with the negative mental attitude.
And you had 2 weeks to reherse that.
Let's roll for
You
it.
had a month to rehearse
You
it.
had 4 weeks to rehearse it.
Bobby just threw me off my game.
Well, you can't depend
It's a
on Bobby.
rhythm. There's a rhythm that we do.
He's not your fluffer.
No, well, he used to be. He's pretty good at it.
Oh. Okay. Rhonda, if you're able to.
I'm Rhonda Bender. I'm playing Fathom, who is a tiefling magic user. I'm also a person who may or may not have fed their cats dinner, so you might be seeing a lot more cats tonight. We'll find out.
Okay. Well, they'll let us know. Jen.
I'm Jen. I play Kay Nimblewit, a human rogue who will totally be the last one left standing when the party finally decides to kill each other off. Because y'all forgot I have stealth and none of you have perception.
Hey, I bet on you.
That's...
Just remember, Kay, you were up there. You and Corncob Thunderbludgeon. That's who my money's on.
Abran's picking Kay.
You're gonna get turned into a hedgehog. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone survives with Abran throwing fireballs at his own feet. My name is Frank. I'll be DM this evening. For a quick rundown of where we went, if you want it from a better source than me, you could look up Kay's journal, Reaper Errant Kay's journal, and you will find Jen writes a journal, blog style, from Kay's point of view, and that is awesome, and it was a great rundown, but I'll give you a rundown of what we did before. They went to a tent camp in search of these Slod crewmates, some more information on them, and also to get some crew for the Silver Swan ship that they are members of, hired on to protect as they map strange new lands. And in finding information about these Slod, they found they went and bathed somewhere often and didn't always come back clean. So they went to investigate down by the river, down by a waterfall. And as they did, they noticed a couple of interesting things, one of which was Python, somewhere midway up the waterfall, looked like you could tie a rope off to. Corncob found a stash of climbing things and a key at the bottom of the waterfall underneath in the water pool. They climbed up, and Gooseneck found a lizard face with an open jaw and what looked like a keyhole in it, and proceeded to put in his arm, key and all. The lizard jaws clamped down, and I think that's where we ended, basically. Anything else that I missed that you think is important? I am happy for you to share.
My left arm.
Okay, that could be super relevant. That's fair. Okay, so it is your left arm. Maybe I should write that down. Let me write down. Gooseneck's
You don't have to
left
write anything
arm.
down. If I'm going to lose it, I'm going to lose it.
Well, the thing that I have to do as a DM is write down things even if they don't matter, and pretend to roll even if it doesn't matter, just to make sure you all know it could matter.
Ooh. Mind games. I love it.
It's part of it. Otherwise, it won't be any fun. Okay. So I think that's where we'll start up. This is clamped down. It's around your arm. It is... I said it didn't do any damage to you, and I think that's still true. It didn't do any real hit point damage to you, but the teeth bit in enough that they have pierced into the scales of your arm, and there's no way you're pulling it out without shredding your arm yourself. It's just down in there, pressure on all sides. There's no wiggle room. You're not squashing down out of that. It's in there.
So I've inserted the key and I turned it, right?
You turned it. It had magnetic bits in it all over the place, and you felt like it pulled in metal rods from the side, which allowed it to sort of an interesting pinning mechanism, and then allowed you to turn it in there after those rods were all pulled down.
Okay.
As your doctor, I advise you to cut that arm off right now. Just hack it off yourself. Save us all the worry.
Just gnaw it off.
Yep. Just take out your axe, get rid of it.
Who is up there? I don't remember if everybody went up there with you. I think everybody did, though.
I thought
We were all on like the ledge,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I thought we all went up.
Okay. Abran, you would have went with them. There's no reason you wouldn't have, so you're up there with them. You all feel...
Of course I'm there. I'm the one encouraging him to stick his arm in.
Probably. Stick it in. You feel a vibration in your feet that feels like you've all been in grinding mills and places with heavy stone wheels, so you got that feeling that there is a heavy mechanism at work, and you hear just this grating sound, and you watch a door that you hadn't really seen as a secret door. It's sort of slides just the slightest bit to the side and then down into the rock face, very cleverly concealed, and enters a dark passage.
Mm-hmm.
The arm has not released yet, though. The mouth has not let you go yet.
But I'm still.
We can cut it off if you want, because
Wait.
that's what I'm thinking.
I'm still holding the key. Is that correct? I haven't.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let go.
Okay, you let go of the key. Nothing really happens. Arm is still in there.
I'd like to go inside and see if there's some kind of lever or something that might release him.
Okay.
Which I will not pull immediately. I'm just looking.
Sure.
We could turn him into a hedgehog and see if his arm can be pulled out.
That's a good
As a
idea.
last resort, that's a good one.
You step in, make a investigation check and give me your passive perception.
And for some reason, my thing went off.
I think our rogue
Character
needs to
sheet went
be
off.
looking around as well.
This is probably true.
I mean,
my passive perception is 11, but I do have a good investigation.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So yeah, right inside there was some vines growing over, but they look like, they look healthy and as though they are continuing to grow down. But you can see that they're disturbed a little bit, as though within the last year at least, something's disturbed some of the dirt that's on a ledge, and you see this little stone handle. There's a cylindrical rod of stone that it looks like it's on. It looks like it would twist right or left. You're not really sure.
Ooh.
I will report my findings and suggest that might be a way to free our lizard man, or make horrible things happen. So
yeah, I'd say clamp down or clamp off, one or the other. Or maybe
Brand would like to add, hey, I'll twist it, but I think Kay should take a look first. If she can she investigate on top of Fathom's investigation? Yeah, maybe she can learn more.
Traps.
Yeah, I can take a look. Is there any kind of writing in any of this area, either here out front or in the passage?
There was not. There was designs.
Right.
There was designs carved in it that were definitely of an old lizard folk styling, but nothing that was specifically language.
Okay.
And we do have what's the map maker's name again?
Morgott. Morgott is with you.
Morgott.
Morgott. We do have Morgott.
I just couldn't find Morgott's mini, so I will use a different one for now. But yeah.
Morgott.
I'll use Mint. Wait, is this Morgott? No. Well, anyway, I'll use that one. Okay, yeah. So, but he's with you. Okay, so you go in, okay, and make your investigation check. Or yeah, that's what you wanted to do.
Well, that's not going to be helpful. I got a 4 because I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Okay. But your passive perception.
My passive perception is a 22.
Right. So you don't see anything necessarily that Fathom didn't see. That all looks the same. You do notice, though, with that perception that there are how do we say? It's possible that the cavern used to have some, I don't know, it looks like there's divots in the wall as though someone was recently picking up the wall. I think you probably feel like that's not necessarily relevant to your current situation, but you do notice it just as you glance around and begin to try to investigate to figure out what this thing is. You don't get any further than Fathom, but that you do catch.
So I'll come back out.
Can I
took a look.
Go ahead.
Don't have any better idea.
Can I look at the stoneworks a little bit as a dwarf?
Sure.
And try to determine
Make
maybe who did them, and if I can tell anything about this lever. I've seen anything like it before in the Dwarven mines.
Make an intelligence check at advantage.
Oh, intelligence.
Well, the advantage is because you're familiar with stonework. The intelligence is because it's a mechanical device, and you're kind of trying to figure out the relevant portions of it.
Okay, I got a 15.
Okay, no, that's good. So yeah, you've seen dwarven things, and you know that a lot of mechanical things can be done with stone. There's definitely hidden away some sort of devices that move this. It doesn't seem like it's supposed to be a deadly trap to you. You would think that a deadly trap would be more overt.
Does it look like the mechanism around his arm? Can I see that at all?
Not around his arm. What you do see is from the outside this maw, right? It kind of shoots out. It goes back into the cliff face. So there's some sort of lever system, the fulcrum of which is probably right at the wall that's closed down on.
I guess what I'm getting at is does it seem to me that it could close further than it's closed, or does it seem like it's just meant to trap, or does it seem like it would close all the way if it wanted to?
No,
if I pull the lever, could it cut his arm off?
Oh, it does not. Ooh, that's a great. So that 15 would apply to that. It doesn't appear to you as though it would close any further. The back teeth are preventing.
Yeah, that was my question. Thank you.
I say we go with the old adage, righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I'm feeling better about that than I was a minute ago.
I'd like to ask Corncob, if we assume that the pre-slot guys were here hacking the wall, why would they be hacking the wall? Like right beside the opening?
Well, usually to make it bigger or to get to something else. I mean,
Abran is willing to turn the knob if Gooseneck is.
I think anybody that wants to turn the knob, raise your left hand. Raise your left hand if you don't want it.
Just do it. Just do it.
I'll turn it. I will turn the knob gently to the left.
To the left.
That's lefty loosey.
Left.
He'll lose his arm.
Well, it's better than righty tighty.
So you turn it.
True.
You turn it, and you can feel it release, Abran, and you feel like it looks like it pushes in. You got to give it a little force. You're able to push it in. It leads you to do it. I assume you're just gonna do what feels most natural to you. It pushes in.
I can push something in. That's good.
And then the jaw on the outside begins to open at the same time as that whole mechanism inside where your hand is resets, Abran. And the jaw opens up to exactly where it was before, Gooseneck, releasing you. The pressure, the blood kind of rushes back in as it's been cutting off some of your circulation.
Thanks, Abran. Is the key still in there?
That's up to you. Is the key still in there?
Let's leave the key in for now.
Okay. Key is still in there. Jaw is open.
So the living people set this up so you can only visit in groups, essentially.
It would seem that way.
Yep.
Or someone's inside while someone else is trying to get in. I mean,
you also see a very normal and easy lever mechanism. And this is definitely just a lever with a weight somewhere, some counterweight behind the walls that will pull this door back up and close it while you're in, if you wanted to. You can close the door.
I don't feel like I want to close the door.
Oh, you guys are inside. You know what? I'll pull the key out.
Pull the key out? Okay.
No
problem.
What do we think the chances of someone seeing the opening from the ground are?
A normal person, 1%. A highly trained adventurer such as yourself, 5%.
Are we afraid of people that have been following us?
Nah.
They would sneak in behind us if we don't close the door.
I don't want to put the cork back in the bottle just yet.
Yeah, let's just go. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think we should be worried about it.
In you go. Do you light any lights? Can you all see in the dark?
I cannot.
The elf can. I can give you
don't think
dark vision if you want. Gooseneck.
You have a spell to.
I can't see.
I do. I did it to you once before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zap me with dark vision.
Okay, let me fit. What was it?
I assume Kay's goggles have a setting for that.
They do.
That was one of the things I was looking for when we got them.
Yeah. Kay's goggles are all around indispensable items.
They are the bomb.
Okay, so inside the cavern now. The waterfall is sort of fading off in the distance, even though you're it's still right behind you and the door is open. As you travel, it slopes just slightly down. And it was already like halfway in a mountain with water coming off, slightly sloping down. Corncob, as you travel, after about, it's not a perfectly straight tunnel. It veers slightly to the right, to the left, down, up a little. It follows what you're assuming is a natural vein of something. It feels like it, at least. With the striations of the materials around it and the way stuff has split from the earth cracking at different points.
Is there a discernible difference between the relative age of the this mining operation versus the door mechanism that we just felt? Is there, does one post-date the other?
So if you're talking about the divots that Kay was finding in the wall, did you want to investigate them further?
Well, not so much the divots as the construction of the gate. Was it the mine first and then the gate later, or?
No, it's real. I mean, they're both very old. The stone here has had a chance to limestone over, dripping in a few places. So you've already even had. I mean, it's not like ancient caverns, so it's not great limestone formations, but there's enough that you see it starting to come down, so you would recognize it as being at least a couple hundred years old.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, let's forge on.
Okay. At a slightly down angle, you travel for about, I would say, your walking speed's about 30 to 40 minutes.
Wow, and no side passages or anything.
No, well, none that you've detected. I am aware of all your passive perceptions.
Okay.
But you haven't detected anything as you.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect. I'm not really looking for secret ones. I just meant there's no offshoots.
No. So there's been a couple times where it's opened up fairly large, where it's where it clearly wasn't mined. It was there's some natural erosion, some sort of pocket that was a good 10 or 12 feet high or something, and then it quickly kind of goes down to a smaller, chunked out area. And you realize that there is some sort of crystal fragments in there.
Okay, I'll have a look at those, I guess.
There's not much to see. You can't really tell much. You think it's just quartz.
Does he think that's what they were trying to mine? Well, successfully mining, I guess. They weren't just trying.
Yeah, I mean, so The way it was mined out looks like they were just, picking out little chunks, the bases of these quartz crystals, or just trying to get them all the way out of the wall or something.
Do we want to pry a few loose, because in case we might need them?
But you don't
Seems
see
like
any
somebody's
actual
needing
crystals. You just see places
This
where
is like just the leavings.
yeah, it's
I'm
just
guessing.
some shard-like fragments. That
Whatever
are
they
just
didn't
enough.
pack out.
Okay. All right.
However, if that's true, then this would have been like walking through the inside of a geode, if those really were
Okay.
full crystals all the way across at some point.
Oh.
That's just this cavern, or the entire vein is what?
Most of this vein, well, parts, but probably the majority of the 30 minutes. There's been at least nearly 20 of those minutes where you've been in areas where those little divots in the side were pulling out the crystals that were coming through.
So you would think that they're mining and taking the best or biggest away, and then as the seam played out to either edge, that's when they stopped.
Yep. What it feels like. Very old, nonetheless.
Well, I don't have any special crystal stuff, so.
As you
Say, let's keep going.
Sorry, go ahead.
I should say, let's keep going.
Does Morgoth feel like this is matching up with the map?
He says, well, I'm not real good at subterranean angles. I know we've been going down, but yes, this lines with the mountain in the island. I would say we're quite beneath the surface at this point. We're deep within the mountain. 30 minutes. We must be a mile down.
So you think we're going toward the center of the mountains, not to the edges or somewhere else?
It would seem so. I'm not. Let me roll my pizza.
But we had that map that we found. Are the chambers matching up with it?
You did. It was colored for different segments, and who would like to look at it? Just one person, just to make it interesting. One person to interpret the map.
Go ahead, Fathom.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, maybe I think Kay should do it.
Well, one of you, someone's carrying it.
Kay gets all the paperwork.
Yep.
Right, I can do it.
Okay. This would, if you have navigation tools, it would be that proficiency. Otherwise, just make an intelligence check.
$21.
Okay. Yeah, so the map clearly shows this section is a different color. You're just looking at it, the one thing it seems to be bad at in a couple of areas, remember this map was drawn by amateurs, is that the scale is off. Some parts are clearly longer or larger than the other. So that part you can't tell, but there's a long straight area where not much changes. But this long straight area shows it opening to a room. And did I mention anything on the map previously, or just the colored sections?
There were like special symbols, and they matched up with the cloth that we had.
Okay.
It had the lotus flowers on it. I don't want us to pass one of those. I want us to figure out where those are.
There is one of those symbols in this little opening. Now, you've been through a few openings, but there is a symbol in an opening at the end, right before a color change.
Okay, so we should examine that pretty carefully before we pass through, I would say. Do we see any of the lizard folk markings around here?
No, you do see old torch sconces in the wall, so clearly they did place torches along the way, but none of them have current torches in them, or they'll look unused. Been long since used. When I say torch sconces, I mean like most of them are it looks like someone cemented in a stone, roughly carved stone donut, basically, and then drilled into the side of the mountain, or in many cases along the way, use one of the divots where they were mining crystal out, if it was the right angle, to just kind of cement in a donut that you'd put a torch in, and the very butt of it would go into a little crystal where a crystal came out. So it was more of a, looks like a very tool, like utilitarian use of it.
Okay, do you spot any magic in the area on the map where this symbol is?
Have we gotten to that spot yet? It sounded like maybe it was up ahead of us.
All right, well, let's get to that spot and check.
Okay. You travel away. You travel a ways, and you get in. I'm assuming El Lagarto is. Well, actually, I don't want to assume anything. Who's leading this band of merry adventurers down the hallway?
I'll be second.
Who's first?
Yeah. Abrant's generally in the lead, so he'll be
Abrant
happy
is
to be
in the
there.
lead. Okay, Abrant.
He has dark vision. And
we're gonna
all that stuff.
put then Fathom and Pugh in there, and then
Well, and Morgoth's in the middle with us too.
yeah, I don't have. Oh no, I was gonna use a different mini for him. Okay, hold on. Let me find a mini that will substitute for Morgoth. He's not a key character. We'll just use this one. I think this is mint. Oh well. And then K, and in the back, I think as well, where Gooseneck Elegarto wants to be most of the time.
Well, I don't want to be there. I just, kind of cover our backs.
Right. Of course. Not by want. It's not by desire. It's by necessity.
Necessity.
Okay.
Well, we need people that can take the first hit at both ends of the conga line.
So it does sort of open up your perceptions immediately. Let's see here. Your perceptions, K, you notice on two ledges up high, or two carved creatures. Ahead of you is a wooden gate, kind of beat up.
I'll point out the carved creatures to the rest of the group.
What do they look like with your goggles?
That's a good question. What do they look like with the goggles?
That's a good question. I wonder.
It's a great question.
They look like carved creatures.
They don't necessarily look like they're just ornaments to me.
Are their eyes glowing?
So they don't look purely magical. So you don't see them emanating magic, I think is what I want to say. But I think the goggles have a lot of ability. They seem, well, with your perception and stuff too, they just seem too lifelike to you. The goggles don't immediately show magic, though. Pugil's got your hand raised. What's up, Pugil?
Yes. Are we being particularly stealthy?
Not really.
Okay, then I will begin.
Really stealthy.
I'm going to begin to play my war harp in a soothing fashion for at least a minute, so that if these things make any untoward moves or become something other than an inanimate trap, I can charm them.
Okay. So Pugh begins to play out a lilting tune on his harp.
Can we see much about the wood door from where we are?
It's a gate falling apart. It looks like it was bound together with rope and tendon, sinew at some point.
So it does look of suitable age to the caverns. Like wood could have lasted that long.
Yeah, I mean, wood can last a couple hundred years. It looks like it just hasn't. Termites haven't gotten to it. And it hasn't rotted, but it's otherwise old and starting to break down a little bit just due to age. But it's still there.
Does it look like there was any recent?
Oh, go ahead.
Again,
does it look like there was any recent damage or wear on the gate? Because our working theory is that the Slod brothers came down here. So I'm wondering if they interacted with it and maybe left. If it's decrepit, maybe it was damaged when they were here.
so if you're actually looking around, make a perception check.
$13.
Okay, you can't roll in this case under your passive. So there, it doesn't look damaged, but you notice a little rubble on the ground underneath either one of these stone carvings as you're looking around the room. You're looking extremely closely at the gate, and you see no damage, although you do see that it's functional and perhaps has functioned recently. There's a lack of debris, but there's also not, this isn't the kind of place where a lot of dust builds up or a lot of things kind of get in the way, so that would be hard to tell. But the rubble on the ground that is immediately underneath these two carved statues does seem suspicious.
Can we tell how the gate opens up? Does it go up? Does it go to the right? Does it go to the left? Does it swing like
It looks
a door?
like it swings open, probably to the left or right.
Does it
Toward us
open
or
in
into the
towards
room?
us? Or away?
Into the room, beyond.
So we would
And-
push it open.
You would push it open.
Okay. Sorry.
What is the eye line of the creature? What are they?
Yeah, how high up are they?
Oh, wonderful question. They're about 10 feet in the air, and each of their eye lines seem to cross each other. So about 4 feet in the air would be where their eye lines cross in an X.
And are they
So what
pointed
if we
towards the
crawl
gate?
under that?
No, they're pointed across, looking almost at each other, but slightly staggered.
Oh, okay.
So if they shot laser beams from their eyes, there'd be a glowing X right in the middle of this corridor.
Yes.
Okay.
If you had some little smoke powder and there was laser beams, it would be an X in the
Okay.
middle of the path.
Dun 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 dun.
With
Could
the
we
cross.
crawl under
Yeah.
the X successfully without touching?
If I
Hopefully you
play
guys are
with the
good at the
goggles
limbo.
enough,
Wait, send the dwarf or the gnome.
Yeah,
He can
if
just
you
walk
pla-
right under.
If you play with the goggles enough, what was that, Kate?
I was just wondering if I flip in the right combination of lenses, do I get to see the laser beams?
No, as you're looking through all the lenses, interestingly enough, you don't. So it's just eye line for what these carved statues are.
I volunteer a gnome. We have two.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We'll push
we
the-
hired another
or-
one, so we actually have a dearth of gnomes.
Is it a good idea for our star gnome to use his magical abilities to that unseen servant or his magic hand to push the gate open?
I don't think it's about the gate. I think it's about that spot where they're looking.
I bet the gate triggers it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you try it out with your unseen.
Or passing through
Right.
that area. Have we passed through that area yet where
No.
it would be between them?
No, I mean, I have
either
Abran
passage
looking
or
like
the
he's...
gate.
Abran is basically one step away from doing so.
Don't do it, Abran.
I do have a stone breaking axe. It is a dwarven stone breaking great axe.
It does more damage to stone, right?
Does more damage to stone. I could whack one of these things, hop up and whack one.
Wow.
What do you guys say?
That's iffy to me.
I'm okay with avoiding them. That's doable.
I think it's good to know that you could break one with your axe, but I'm not sure if we should initiate or not.
I like the Abran's for initiation.
Are we within 30 feet of the gate?
Abran and Corncob are, and then Fathom's about 35 feet.
So if I were to walk up there next to Abran, I could use my mage hand and push the gate open.
Yes.
But I couldn't continue to play. And so my opportunity to charm these creatures, if they were to mess with us, would be gone. Yes. Do you not have mage hand, Fathom?
No.
Well, do.
Have illusions, but that's not going to do anything useful. Well, hold
Does
on.
anyone have a 30-foot pole?
I have a throwing axe.
I can instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or shut with thaumaturgy. That seems like gate opening.
Oh, that seems really like a good idea.
All right. I also need to stand next to Abran to do that.
Okay.
Abran will protect you.
You walk up right beside Abran, and you shout with thaumaturgy, "Open!" And the gate just it blows inward, and you all watch these figures on either side of you begin to crack. A little bit of stone crumbles, and they stand more upright. Yes. And I need you to all roll initiative.
Gozer.
Now, since I was prepared for the possibility that they move, can I get a bonus or something to the initiative?
I think everyone was prepared, but you're just already using. So for your magic, I'll let you successfully do it better if it's any of that charm stuff, because you're ready for charming.
Yeah, I want to charm them.
Yeah. Okay, so
I don't think any of us are surprised that they're going to move.
No, I think everybody was expecting something, right?
0% surprise.
Hugh, Joel, what was your initiative roll? 5.
5.
Really, on one hand. Okay. I wasn't expecting a number quite... I mean, I've got the pizza dungeon dice, so I always roll really good against you guys.
Don't hit them. I can charm them.
All right. Gooseneck.
Yeah, we'll let 21. Him attack us since you rolled so poorly.
Okay. Corncob.
13.
Abran.
19.
Fathom.
I'm also in the one-hand club 4.
Okay.
17.
With pizza dungeon dice.
Okay. Oh well, I mean they work for DMs. I'm really confident that Reaper's pizza dungeon dice are DM's dice.
Oh, they're fantastic. Fantastic.
Well, no dice are vendor dice.
No.
Okay. All right. Gooseneck, you were the first to take action as these things sort of crackle. Stone falls. Your stone chopping axe just almost. You're vibrating in your hand.
Vibrating in my hand. Whackity whack. Sorry, Pugh, I don't think we can wait 7 turns or whatever.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Four.
I can always shoot a toothpick at a rock.
Yeah. Go hug one. Go hug it on your turn.
Okay, well, I'm just going to. You say it's about they're about 10 feet up.
Yeah, I mean 10 feet off the ground. So really, it's you're pretty tall, right? A swing is just at their feet, I think, of your axe.
So can I take a leap and swing at one?
Yeah, you could take a leaping swing. They got a little cover because of that, but yeah.
All right, let's do it. Well, that was a miss. 9.
Yep, you were right. That swing's a miss. You get 2 attacks though.
Do it again. Oh God. 10.
Oh, you're biting into your axe is doing wonders to the stone passages.
Well, at least I haven't hurt him yet.
No, yeah, large chunks of chunks of stone flying about.
You still have a chance, Pugh.
Pugh still has a chance. Okay, but they're not. This thing hops down one at Abran. Gooseneck, you kind of probably came up here to hop at him.
Yeah, I had to come up and.
So actually, that one will be at Gooseneck, and this one will be down at Abran.
Well, yeah. Did Fathom get to move back? Because
real
Fathom
quick,
was
as a bonus,
next to
I
me.
threw up my shield.
Not to throw Fathom under the bus or anything. Proper placement.
I did stand beside you, so
yeah.
I don't know if we were able to rearrange in the start, or if I should be beside.
I mean, Fathom's within reach of them, but she's not an immediate threat to them.
That's a great noise.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, if I failed to say thank you to Sirenscape, this is all Sirenscape.
Oh my God!
Ambient music.
Let's say thank you to them again.
Actually designed for gargoyles. So this is their...
Ooh, it's the gargoyle sound.
Apparently it is.
If you would have just randomly played it, I would have said gargoyle. So they're on it.
I'd have said turkey.
Maybe the turkey gargoyles.
Gooseneck, this thing attacks you. First, it's a chomp at you, and then a slash with its stony claws. So its stony teeth is an 8, which doesn't hit you. I'm confident. And its claws swipe very wide with a 7. Abran, one takes a bite at you. That is a 22 to hit.
Ooh. That hits me solid.
That is 8 points of piercing damage as its stone pierces into your flesh. And then a swipe with its claws, 15 to hit.
Ooh, that misses.
Okay. Swoosh. There's just these 2 here. They've attacked. And now, Abran, it's your turn.
And he's on me, so I can't use my bow. So I have my sword. I will strike the one that attacked me. Will a 25 hit?
Yes.
And 1d10. And Abran doesn't get to use his sword very often. So that's 12 points of damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And he's gonna hit him with the sword again, or try at least. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
All right, so now I get 2 of these. 10. So 13 more points of damage. I used Colossus Slayer on the second one since he was damaged.
So each time you're hitting with your sword, you realize, wait, is your sword it's not magical per se. It's just
It is magical.
It is magical.
That's why we found it after we jammed it in the hole that time. Yeah.
So that's right. You feel like the normal steel of the blade would be soft against it, but the magic pushes through to give that extra bite that you need appropriately.
Extra bite.
Okay.
That's what she said, huh?
Yes. Kay.
Oh, Kevin. I got to channel my inner Kevin Bender.
Kay, it's your turn.
Did y'all miss me?
Oh yeah.
Less and less with every passing minute.
Kay, you are muted,
I will tell you
believe.
yes if you would like me to do so.
You were gone?
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Rumi. I would like you to do so.
We missed you very, very much.
When was he gone?
I know. Yeah. Whatever. Pucho. Mr. 4. I'm just gonna call you 4.
No, he got a 5. I got a 4.
Oh.
Yeah. You can call me Bender Jr.
Okay. Can we hear you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm having a hard time seeing where everybody is, but I think I was towards the back of the group somewhere.
Yeah. Let me do two things. Let me brighten this up a little bit. And then you are right here. So you're this blur behind this gray-haired pugil.
Right. All right. So it's dark in here, which means that I can use my cloak for darkness. What I would like to do is use the flight capabilities of the Cloak of the Bat to launch myself upwards, move across, and land behind probably the one that's been attacking Abran because it's already damaged.
Ooh. Yes. Whoosh. That's a very Vlad-like maneuver.
Yes, it is. And then I want to stab it.
I like it. Okay, make your attack. Let me refocus this so that we're on you.
But I rolled a 1, so I got a 7.
Okay. Okay. That's not quite enough to hit this stone beastie. It is very tough, even with that sort of surprise behind it.
It was a flashy move, nonetheless.
It was amazing looking.
Yep, that's
no kind of
almost glorious K.
Yeah.
What was that, Fathom?
There's no kind of bonus for flanking or something?
No, there is not. She would get sneak attack if she hit.
Yeah. She should have got inspiration for such a great maneuver.
Actually, you really probably should. I'll let Abran's words give you inspiration, so you have advantage on something if you want to use it.
Okay, maybe next attack.
Okay. Corncob.
Corncob is going to cast Toll the Dead.
Ooh.
On the damaged one.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, wait.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's not you. That's me. I got to make a wisdom save. I guess I better get those Pizza Dungeon dice going. Let's see here. Oh, no, that's a failure. How much damage is that?
Uh, 11 points.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to call Shillelagh.
11 points. And this is still all on the one that's attacking Abran?
Yes. Whatever. You said there's one damage, so that's the one I targeted with Toll the Dead. And then I cast Shillelagh as my bonus action.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can give you a different view as well. Yep, just like that. Thank you, Just. Okay. You attack and Shillelagh. It is Pugil's turn.
Really? I think I will ding him with my little crossbow.
Okay.
A 15.
So as you expect your crossbow to fail, it actually digs into him and chunks a bit of stone off. Roll damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Good job.
Oh yeah, baby! 9 points, max damage.
Wow, that's quite a bolt.
Yeah, take that toothpick right in the tenders.
My
Usual
tenders.
Stone Slayer.
Yeah.
All right. You gonna stay where you are?
Are they within melee range of my tender person?
Not at all. They'd have to plow through every single one of you to get to you.
Okay, no, I think that I will remain where I am, but I will
Okay.
also make sure nobody is sneaking up from the rear, since it
Okay.
looks like I'm in the back with Fathom.
All right. Well, yeah, Fathom's kind of whooshing back through the crowd, but we'll find out what Fathom does right now. It's your turn, Fathom.
Fireball.
So
Fireball.
yes, fireball. That would be a wonderful idea. No,
Oh my
I know you want to go
gosh.
to literal place of glory, but no. Does the one that everyone's been hacking at look at all injured or chipped or
So bits
however?
of stone or cracked
Impressive.
falling off. He looked a little bit. They both looked a little old. They have some very lizard-like features. They're like winged lizards with short arms. It's like looking at a short torsoed, short armed, winged gooseneck.
Gooseneck.
And you see
Like a chibi gooseneck.
Like a chibi gooseneck, exactly. It's a chibi gooseneck. And but
Hero
you see that
CMNs
they're starting to crumble bits of them. So it's pretty damaged.
Okay, and I will try my Eldritch Blast on the one in front of Abraham. But I'm also going to say, Gooseneck, just show them the key. The one hit is 18,
That's a
and
hit.
the other is 7.
Both of the hit.
17 to hit?
Yep.
All right, so 9 plus 9 plus 8 is a math amount. 26? I don't know.
Wow. So the one in front of Aberrant just poof, stone shatters everywhere and it crumbles to the ground. Kay on one side, Aberrant on the other, are now looking at each other as the stone crumbles in between them.
What's up?
I mean, you all go back a little bit.
Gargoyle.
He's a cute chibi.
It's a good shot of Aberrant. It's a great shot of Aberrant right there.
You should definitely take a screenshot for your album.
Yeah, look at that. Aberrant's just flexing.
Gooseneck, we're back to you at the start of the round.
All right. Well, I will. I'll try what Fathom said. I'll hold up the key and bark in Old Lizard Man. Stop! I have the key.
Make a history or religion
History.
or some other thing if you think it will link you better to the past languages of lizard folk.
All right. Well, history.
You got to do this. And you gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. You got to give them the ancient sign of your people.
Chicken.
Yeah. Sleece the stacker.
15 plus 3, 18.
18. Okay.
Enough? No?
So it looks at you. It looks at the key. More importantly, it looks at the key as though it's I don't want to say mesmerized.
Like
I think mesmerized by it. It's focused on that key now.
Focused on the key.
Yep. And it's so.
All right.
You know.
So I'm gonna kind of point the key at it.
Okay.
Hold it towards it. Does it stop?
It's its turn now. So that was your turn. Now the next turn in the order happens to be it. It stops attacking. It looks at you. It sort of straightens up. You watch it pull its hand comes up over the key. You can feel the little bits of magnetic poles in the key as its finger kind of goes over
it. Does it try to put its mouth on my arm?
No, it does not put its mouth on your arm. It puts its hand over the key as though it's sort of, I don't know, like it wants to grab it but doesn't, and then stops and begins to climb back up the wall towards its last purchase.
All right.
It's Vince Clortho, the key master.
So is that, I want to ask though, the next person that would be in turn is Errant. Errant, do you want to leave it at that?
It's against his nature, but he'll leave it at that.
He'll leave it at that.
Fireball.
Yes. He was ready to stab more things, but
damn it.
Damn it, that worked. And
Blame Fathom.
Damn it, Fathom, with your ideas. Your non-kill 'em ideas.
Why would only work once, man?
Yeah, so you
get to see the. Go ahead.
No, the key sort of pulls as you look at it, though. It looks as though the way the fingers went over, I mean, you were holding it, you were right there, Gooseneck. It looks a lot like they were trying to figure out if it was the right shape. I don't know. It's very attached to the element of stone, you feel like this key is, or earth.
Okay.
And you feel like there is a strong connection between this key and the element of earth.
Okay.
Okay. So that I mean, the door didn't open or anything, but this this creature, this carving, sort of hunkers back down in its spot and stares down across. Its partner now crumbles on the ground, but doesn't change.
Okay, so I still have the key out, so I'm going to kind of wave everybody on. Go, go, go.
The door's open, actually, because I pushed it open.
Yeah, she pushed it open with
Yeah, that's true.
I yelled it open.
The door is open. Let's see if I can get a better view of inside the door. Hold on a moment. We'll see what we got. Same order though, other than Gooseneck holding the key there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Say we get in while Clother is distracting Gozer.
Yeah, I suppose so, huh? Let's see if get it there. Okay, so y'all open it up. Errant kind of moves through. Corncob, Morgott. It opens up into a much, much larger cavernous room. After they get through Gooseneck, are you going to relinquish your position back there?
Yeah, I'll back in while I'm holding the key up, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So through the door, you You all go, and then you kind of back up with the key in your hand. I like it. I like it. It shows.
Should we close the door once we're in, you think?
Well, do you close the door once you're in?
Sure.
I'm talking to the rest of the party. I
Well-
think we should, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and close it. The gate kind of closes behind you. And there you are in this
I'm pretty sure we could pull that time through that.
much larger room. However, even though it's a larger room, it's longer. It's got this very, you feel as though you're not alone in here. You just feel abnormal about it. There is a bit of sound when you first walked in that was as though there might have been some sort of movement scuttling around. It sounded like stone on stone almost. A grinding scuttle feel.
Have we passed the place where the symbol is on the map?
Ah, yes. So you would guess that the symbol, if you recheck the map, the symbol correlated with that room that those two gargoyles were in. And now the color of the map has changed. There's a symbol right here. It looks like a different section. There's a new symbol right here in this. It looks like one chamber. And then beyond, there's a passage.
Well, there's probably some kind of hazard here or something, would be my guess. Can Kay, do you have a setting for looking for invisible things?
Well, let me check.
I could cast the detect thought spell. Maybe that might detect the thoughts of any creature thinking.
Or detect heat.
I
He
don't
said
have
stone
that
on
spell.
stone.
I like the thought thing.
It's worth a try.
Wait, no, I have to be able to see it. I have to be able to see it.
Alright.
If I can't see it, it doesn't work. Sorry. It's not like thought
I'll just
radar.
give the room the once
alas.
over with the goggles.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, so you're looking at the room, giving it a once over with the goggles. I heard whelp from Gooseneck. Does that mean anything, Gooseneck? What do you do?
I was gonna say since it worked on the gargoyle, we could try it again with the whatever's in this room. We have the key.
Go ahead.
Let us pass.
You are the key master.
You shall.
I'll say that in Ancient Lizard Man as best I can.
Okay, we have the key in Ancient Lizard Man.
Yes, we have the key. Let us pass.
Okay.
And chicken.
you end it with chicken.
Chicken.
We have the key.
No.
Let us pass. Okay. Well, so in that case, hold on a moment. I'm going to move this while you're live on it, just because I like to do that. Let me give you a better scope of the size of the room here before I do. So this room is quite large.
Ooh.
There is an area where it looks like crystal is starting to form off to the side, or has been formed off to the side on one corner. Just as there's enough of you sort of around it, flanked around this pillar in the middle. But when you hold up the key and you're like, I have the key, at the far end of this room, you hear this grating, gruff voice. It sounds like gravel. And I unfortunately cannot do a gruff voice, but it is very much come forth with the key. And you can
I will
see
go forth. Ooh.
Ooh.
You sure you want to go fourth?
Yeah, I'll go forth.
I'm going fifth.
Okay. So
I'll
you're
Who the heck?
Abran
who the
will be
heck
close
sculpted that?
behind.
Yeah, who sculpted that? Abran, you're right at his side. I'll just give you a look.
Yeah.
That is about
Okay.
20 feet away from that. So you see you guys down there
Oh.
blurry. Let me unblur you all that are up there in the front with the key. That would be you guys here. Right here to the very right of the screen is where that thing is, about 20 feet from you, where it's up almost on a pedestal. Let me actually kind of move it a little bit so you can see. It's right there.
Wow.
Its winged
Who
form.
did sculpt that?
I don't know.
Ben Signs?
It
No.
looks like a Bob Rodolphe in a way.
So he's
Oh,
right
no.
in front of this. It looks like a stone door that's bound in rusted metal. And so Abran is right behind Gooseneck. Gooseneck is leading the charge. Here's kind of a look at the long length of this. Where does everybody else want to be?
You guys better close in.
I'll pack up a little.
Close ranks.
I'll get up there.
Get up here.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm curious to look at those crystals, I guess. So.
Oh, so you'll go that way around the side, kind of.
Yeah.
position
That is a
yourself
Bob
there?
Rodolphe. That's a Bob Rodolphe.
Yeah, I'll just walk right in behind
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
the lizard guy. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put you 5
I'll
feet.
follow Fathom.
Follow Fathom, Pugh. Okay, you're over here.
It's really cool.
It is really.
Okay,
I'll also follow Fathom.
okay, put you along this side. Morgott is behind Abran by a good 15 feet. But he's got his sketch pad out, but his quill hand seems to be shaking, trembling just a little bit. And so, Gooseneck, he's staring at you.
Music.
Well, I'll hold the key out and say, "Please let us pass."
Who are you to request passage?
I am of your kind, brother.
Make a persuasion check.
Uh-oh.
I'm the gold darn keymaster, is what you should say.
He couldn't
right,
even
shut up.
convince the
I'm the
lizard
key
folk
master.
before that he was lizard folk.
I'll eat you like a chicken.
I'll barbecue like a chicken. 10.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was nice while it lasted.
He's not buying it. He's just staring, right?
Yeah, he gives a very, very long pause, but stone-faced, so you can't tell the emotions.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Crap. Little help, guys. I got
He's not attacking yet, but there's a tension about an expectant tension from him.
Step up and ask, "What right have you to deny passage to the key holder?"
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's good.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, what she said.
Yeah, we're still picking pieces of the last guy out of his poop.
Yeah.
Because I
Too soon
keep
for
the
Justin.
gates safe.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
I keep the gates safe. Those who would trespass.
We're not trespassers. We have the key.
But we have the key.
How could we be trespassing if we hold the key?
Because half of something does not make a whole.
Well,
We have the key and the map. Show him the map. Where's the map?
Yes.
Fathom, show him the map.
Fathom
Show him the
is
map.
the map master.
Has Fathom got the map? Okay. So, Fathom, make a perception check if you're holding up the map to him.
Natural 20.
Oh,
that's a whole 21.
Oh!
Something about the way you lift it up. What languages do you speak again? Infernal is Infernal one?
In common. If I'm having trouble yes, Infernal is one, but if I'm having trouble understanding him, I can cast Tongue.
So you notice as you hold it up, just something about the way, maybe the glyphs of Infernal, the way it's written. So there's definitely not a language, but each one of these runes that are marking an area seems like it would be a word as you hold it up to show them, but you don't know what that should be. It just strikes you as resembling some of the pictographs that Infernal has used.
Oh, those were names. We were told those were names.
Yeah.
Do I recognize this guy?
No, he looks up over at the map and he looks at the key though.
We have the hole. Let us pass.
Sort of leans down closer to you.
I'll draw the symbol in the air from the map. So, like with thaumaturgy to make it look all cool and glowy and stuff, I'll draw the symbol from the map in the air.
He looks at the symbol. He looks at you, Gooseneck. Says, "I am waiting."
Hand him the key. Give him the key.
So you just hand him the key?
Well, I'll hold it out like I'm handing it to him. We'll see what he does.
Okay. All right. Reaches his hand out. I mean, you feel like he's hesitating, which you wouldn't necessarily expect because clearly lizard folk, but he's not buying something, and he says, "You are not of this tribe. You don't know the words. Leave."
Well, guys,
light him up.
I was waiting for that.
How does the Bozos guess the words?
all right. Well,
so with my demonic knowledge, I don't know anything of what name the rune could align to.
No, it just it strikes you as a runic name, but it's too far removed from, it's just close enough to Infernal to let you know it's a word, it's a language, it's a name, but it's not Infernal specifically, so you don't know what it actually says.
So it's not Sylvan or anything close to that. Sylvan wouldn't help.
No.
Right.
Probably just insult him.
All right.
If it even cared.
Well, I'm going to say I don't know the word, but the word is axe. Whack.
Well, it's a roll initiative moment then.
Cool.
Right.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. The word is axe.
The word
that.
the word is axe. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. It's going to be interesting. What's my initiative? I love my initiative. And Pugh, what's your initiative?
21.
I
The one I needed last
Now you can
time.
charm him.
Gooseneck, what's
Yeah,
your
make him a
initiative?
head charm.
13.
Corncob.
17.
Very nice. Abran.
17 as well.
Fathom.
16.
K.
Also 13.
Okay. You, Joel, you are tense, on edge. You see all this stuff playing out before you. You're up first.
Charm monster. Make a wisdom savings throw, you big rocky galoot.
Charm monster. I feel like I need to double check. What does charm monster? It's just non-human.
Yeah. If it's, charm person only works on persons.
Right.
Non-persons get charm monster.
Okay. All right.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but does Gooseneck actually get an attack since he announced that he was going to swing at the thing?
No, it just means we all roll initiative.
He was already kind of.
Everybody was standing off.
Yeah, he was.
Okay. So let's see. I need to make a wisdom saving throw. Here we go. Wisdom. Oh, pizza dungeon dice. A 1.
Oh! Hey, my big rocky pal.
Unbelievable. Okay.
Now turn it into a hedgehog.
So
He doesn't need to.
Rocky hedgehog.
Charming him is your action, and so
Yes.
it's his turn, and he just sort of like loosens up a little bit. He lifts up his hand, and he does this like placating gesture, and around you he says, "Stand down, brothers," and around you are all of you just kind of hidden off in these little bits of stone, perfectly blended where you didn't see them, where a bunch of these gargoyle-like creatures just waiting to come out at you.
Like Pugh saved our bacon.
Yeah, Pujo's the MVP so far.
My big rocky friend, we've got an elf infestation.
So yeah, he looks and says, "Yes, you have the key. I can trust you."
Ask him what the word is.
Oh, by the way, remind me of the word. My head is so tiny that it's flown right out.
Of course, my small friend. The word is obsidian.
Obsidian. Right on the tip of my tiny little tongue.
Yeah, you even said it was something like obsidian, if I remember right.
Yeah, it was so close to obsidian. Obsequious, something like that. Some odd word.
Kumquat.
Do we have a minute while this lasts to look at the crystals?
We have an hour. He's my pal for an hour.
All right, let's look at some crystals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all these gargoyles just sort of tensed up, looking over you all as you kind of filter about. It's a little unsettling, but you know, I don't know. They're very good at remaining stationary.
Ask your buddy about the crystals. What does he know?
Ask your buddy to tell us the word that goes with all of the symbols.
Yeah. What is it we want to know?
Fathom wanted to check out the crystals. So what does he know about the crystals? And then what are all the magic words for the various areas, if there are?
So are we going to show my new friend the map?
Sure.
I can
showed
draw
him
the
the
symbols if you can see it on the map.
She showed him the map.
We already showed it to him, so
Oh, then let's
maybe draws attention back to it now that you're his friend.
Yes. Now that you've reminded me of obsidian, can you remind me of the other words as well, my friend?
I know them not. I can say
Alas.
this. This, my word, is Terran. This, and points to a sort of an orangey looking, this is in Ignan. This Oran. And this Aquan. So, you can all make Arcana checks. Yeah, we'll say Arcana.
14 for
10 for me.
Abram.
14.
Also
14 for Corn Cob.
14.
17.
17. Wow.
We got a lot of 14s this time.
Kay, what was yours?
14.
Okay. Pugil.
10.
10. Okay. Well, the number I was looking for was 15, but it looks like Gooseneck. You immediately recognize these. I mean, these are all sub-dialects of primordial language. You don't know much about them, but the context being this is earth. One must be water, one fire, and one air.
Ah, okay.
I'm going
Earth,
to
water.
nudge
I'm gonna
Morgoth.
share all that with everybody.
I'm going to nudge Morgoth and say, take copious note.
Oh yes, I will. Is this? Yes.
Yes. Don't let your hand shake.
Ignan, Oran, Aknan,
Oh, Aquan. Yes.
Aquan.
What was the
Okay.
fourth one?
Terran, which is the one that from.
Okay, so Terran is
Here.
ground, Ignan is probably fire, Aquan is water, and the last one would be air.
You got
Says the Aqua Dwarf.
it. So, Fathom, make an investigation check. You're looking at these crystals.
I am looking at those crystals. They're so pretty. Apparently, I'm entranced by their beauty because I rolled one.
Okay.
It's just an 8 total, but
Your
Still,
new friend
Sure, it is a
says
one.
can clearly see you examining them, and says, "Ah, yes, remnants of your brethren," and nods his head at you, Gooseneck. Left unmined.
did they not mine these ones because they were special or they weren't high quality? Or
I do not know.
does
Maybe they
anyone
left them for
recognize
him.
what the crystals are?
I mean, if any of you good with stone cutting or would know, if
I
any
have
of you,
stone cutting.
Okay. So if you go over and take a look at them, they are these in particular look. So most of what you were seeing looks were a very clear quartz sort of crystal. These are almost an amethyst look. I don't know if that
Okay.
changes anything, but I mean, they left these here, but took the others.
Hmm.
But to your knowledge,
So
they
they're a
don't have
purplish
any
color.
properties. Yeah.
You don't know if they have any
Well,
special properties. I mean,
generally amethyst is more expensive than quartz, than plain quartz.
yeah, that's true.
These
It's much
guys seem to have
prettier.
thought the other way around.
That could be too. No accounting for taste. They're lizardmen
Now,
after all.
do we
They
do we
probably took all the
suspect
chicken flavored ones and left all
That's
these
right.
behind.
do we suspect that the Slod brothers have made it this far or not?
Well, yes, you do, because you suspect that they were the ones that drew the map.
Okay.
But you have,
of course.
you have a
Duh.
general, yes. So they had to have been faster.
I want to gossip with my new friend and ask what he knows about the two fellows who were down here earlier.
Ah, yes. Disciples of the earth, come through shortly ago.
Come through when?
Not
Shortly
long
ago.
ago.
Not
Yeah,
too
but
long
this
ago.
is, we're talking about a subterranean gargoyle statue
Yeah.
thing.
It's relative.
So
right?
they knew your word of passage.
Of course.
And
First
what
time
were
they
they
arrived?
doing down here? Oh, sorry.
Passing through.
Just passing through.
Do we still have that toadstone thing?
I think you have everything.
Anybody?
The one that was in their head?
Yeah, I'm curious as to
Yeah, no,
whether or not they made
I
more
have.
stones out of stuff found in this cavern.
It doesn't look like any of these crystals, maybe further in, but not here.
Okay, so it doesn't glow
Does it
or
look
throb or
familiar?
anything like that.
Nope.
Okay.
Does it look familiar to him?
You show it to him?
I'll show it to him.
Yeah, let's show it to him.
Okay.
And then we died.
Nah, my big stony pal won't harm us.
These were not mined from my land.
Yeah, obviously they're inferior, tainted. Well, shall we press on, kids?
Yeah.
Okay. So you, he steps aside. He says, I mean, very little other than, please be careful.
Oh, thank you for your.
Oh, that's each one of our middle names. Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Thank
thought
you
it
for
was
your
bad life choices.
consideration.
And all 6 of his little chibi buddies turn to watch you as you go up to the good door. And
Just don't lose that key, whatever we do.
that key
We can't
definitely
lose
goes
that
in
key.
this door.
Okay.
So it's just, you end up putting just a portion of it in, a smaller portion. It looks like maybe 3 or 4 of the pins insert in, and you can hear them pull in the lock, and it turns very easily. Nothing, no mechanical traps or special things, and it opens up to beyond. As you kind of pass through and look, you hear the drip of water, feel a moisture in the air. Everything becomes a little more limestony and rounded off. You hear a small trickle ahead, almost like a running water.
Does
And
the map
that-
color change at this point?
Yes, the map color changes at this point. And that is the end of our session this evening.
No.
Suspense.
All right.
That was awesome. That was fun.
You made it
We
through.
almost got our butts handed to us.
I think
Yeah.
that was one of the most amazing
Thank
pocket
gosh for the dome,
charms
though, this time.
I've ever seen.
One of the most amazing whats?
Just
Charms.
out of pocket charm thrown out there that was at the perfect location. None of you saw the gargoyles embedded in the stone perfectly.
Nope.
That was
That's
very
two
fortunate.
times in a
It
row.
was I rolled a 21 on the initiative. That was the crux.
That made a lot of difference.
Well,
Yeah.
and then he rolled a 1 on the
He
save.
rolled a 1.
That helped too.
Yeah.
I mean,
That does
it
help.
was still it's a 15 save, so it's not an easy save.
No.
Now, is he going to be mad at us when it wears off? Is it one of
No,
those
he
but
two?
he
will.
will know that he's been
We
charmed.
have the key and the name.
Well, we have the word too, so
That's what I
Yeah.
meant. Yeah.
Obsidian, fool, obsidian.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to, I guess we are going to let everybody say their good evenings and plug anything they want for upcoming shows, and then we'll sign out. So I'll start up with Bobby.
Thanks, Frank. That was super fun. Alas, that it is so short, but it is so short. And I wanted to remind everybody that tomorrow is free RPG day. So go play some cool, fun role-playing games. Not as cool and fun as this one. You go play your inferior ones tomorrow and score some free loot. And I had a fun free RPG day story to tell, but it'll have to save. I'll save it for next year.
Oh wow. Okay. Thank you, Gene.
Thanks for saving.
thanks, Frank. Thanks, Justin and everybody else. Appreciate it. I had a great time, and looking forward to the next one. They get more fun as they go, for sure.
Thank you. Jason.
Well, I'll echo everybody's thanks, and it was good to see everybody again. I don't really have anything to push that you don't already know about. Maybe I will say, make sure if you have a primary on next Tuesday, go and vote.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Good advice, Michael.
Crow's Nest. Tuesdays. Some Tuesdays. Occasionally on a
We
Tuesday.
have this one.
We have some new people. You might want to explain what Crow's Nest is. We had a big raid today.
Oh, do we? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Hey, check us out. Jason and I do a little interview show every occasional Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Time on the Reaper.
When someone's
same
not on
Twitch channel that
vacation.
you're on right now. Yeah. Or someone doesn't have the mass evacuations and can't make it too.
That's true.
But yeah. So come join us. I don't know what we're doing on Tuesday, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. Rhonda.
I had a great time. I loved the visuals were super cool. Thanks for putting together such a neat dungeon for us.
Very cool.
My show is on Mondays on this channel, and I generally talk about and demonstrate painting. And since we're leading up to ReaperCon, I'm going to start talking about kind of contest level painting or things to improve your painting. I'll be demonstrating a before and after figure this month.
Wow. Everybody better watch
Gotta get
that.
a gold.
What time is that?
Oh, it's 2 p.m. Central. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Jen.
I will also repeat all the thanks. Had a great time tonight, and looking forward to what trouble we're going to get into next time.
I'm excited. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Jen.
We don't have any more keys.
Well, you've got one. Just don't lose it, right?
We have an aqua dwarf, though.
And
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
all you need.
And
And a
extra
fire elf.
gnome. Yeah.
And a fire
The
elf.
fi- It's a new
We're our
breed of
own
elf,
elementals.
fire elf.
We're our own
Yes.
elementals
And we
here.
got a lot of hot air, so we're covered there.
Pujo's full of air. Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say.
I see
Hey.
that Justin. I'll let you speak.
Lizard
Justin,
Man's
but
always a little dirty.
I see you're setting up a raid for Paizo.
Paizo, yes. We're going to be raiding Paizo tonight. So
Paizo.
Thanks, Justin.
Wow.
I want to thank Justin for being awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. You're so
Thanks
awesome,
again,
Jason.
Nightheart, as always. Thank you to the artists, and thank you to all of our watchers. We appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Justin. We know you take a lot of crap, but
Justin's so much
You give
more
a lot,
awesome,
too.
especially compared to Bobby. Yeah, I mean.
But okay. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.